Hello guys, welcome to Monitoring and Evaluation Made Simple. I'm your host, Coach Alexander. I'm so glad that you've joined me today on M&D Made Simple. Today we're going to be looking at a very interesting topic, types of project evaluation methods, part 1. Okay, so this is a series which I'll be posting. I'm hoping to be posting every day. But if I don't manage every day, it will be done at least maybe every 2 days and so on and so forth. So I'm so glad you've joined me. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do go to subscribe to this channel, because on a regular basis, I post M&E tips for your own professional building. Okay, so for those of you who are here for the first time, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Alexander. I've been in the monitoring and evaluation profession for 10 years now. I'm so glad to be in it because it is what I do. It is something I enjoy and I like helping others grow. So that is why last year in 2020 we started a coaching program. We've got 2-3 months coaching program. We've got a 6 months coaching program as well. This is a very good program and I would urge you to enroll in it. We have a new one starting in January 12, 2021. We'll urge you to enroll in this one because it's a 6-month one-on-one coaching program in monitoring and evaluation. If you're interested, please write to me on the email in the description below. However, if you don't feel the need to pay for anything, if you want free things, I do have freebies for you. This is the 2020 M&D guide and the LFA analysis step-by-step guide. So these are very important guides. They are good guides for you to kickstart your profession. I'm hoping to release a 2021 M&D guide because we want to continuously update information that we share. I also have a very interesting course, how to set up a monitoring and evaluation system step-by-step guide. Guys, this is a very good course and it is very cheap. Please enroll in this course. It's hosted on Udemy. So as usual, this video is quite long, okay, but you shouldn't feel bad because there are timestamps in the description below. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into business. Okay, so the way projects are run, whichever projects, guys, whichever projects, it could be construction projects, it could be road development projects. It could be water and sanitation projects. Whatever projects you are running, even in the education sector, if you're implementing projects, if you've been employed as a manager to coordinate projects, please be mindful that every project has a cycle. So in that cycle, you have to understand that the planning is critical. But when you do the implementation, in order to know whether you implemented the project well or not, there is going to have to be conducted an evaluation. So this evaluation is so important, guys. So important. I think this is where the learning, in my view, this is where the learning actually comes in. So now, I just want us to understand, just to refresh our memory, what is an evaluation in the first place? Well, an evaluation is an in-depth assessment of a project, which is done in order to determine whether a project has achieved its goals or not. So it really doesn't get any better than that in the definition, because of course there are different definitions on the internet, but they all mean the same thing. Now the thing is that there are different aspects that are trying to be measured in an evaluation. You want to measure the effectiveness, you want to measure the efficiency, you want to measure the sustainability, you want to measure the impact. There's so many things that come in when you're doing the evaluation. But all in all, what you're trying to analyze is whether this project actually did what was intended. Okay. I'm sure you've heard of questions where Somebody may ask you, okay, this project you implemented, fine, it was implemented, but there were also similar projects that were implemented in the same area. How do we know that your project actually is the one that did the intended change? So you see, it's only in the evaluation that you'll be able to determine whether your project actually is responsible for the changes. Now, I want to mention that change can be either positive or it could be negative. But whichever direction it takes, guys, all you're trying to do is learn, because when you learn from your mistakes or from your successes, you're able to do a lot more in the next phase of the project. Okay. Or if you don't want to have a next phase, simply just develop, design a new, totally different project similar to the predecessor and do the things the right way. Now, I really have to tackle this because a lot of times people ask me, what really is the differences between monitoring and evaluation? So, evaluation and monitoring, they go hand in hand, but they're totally different things. Although you hear people say M and E, monitoring and evaluation. You type monitoring and evaluation on the internet, you see the same thing. It's not one word actually, there are two different things. So now, in terms of the frequency, monitoring actually is done regularly. Evaluation is done once in a while in terms of frequency. The monitoring function, guys, is more of a tracking method, but an evaluation is an assessment. So what you're simply trying to do, you're trying to dig deeper. The thing is that the monitoring answers the what questions, but the evaluation answers the why. Why has this happened? Okay. In terms of monitoring, we all know that as you are tracking, you're really trying to figure out how best you can improve your efficiency. Okay, because I mean, efficiency is all about achieving the best result with the minimum resources. But when you look at evaluation, it's more about effectiveness, impact, value for money, guys. And that is what makes it so interesting. And that is why a lot of stakeholders invest a lot in the evaluation. What is the focus about the monitoring? You know, it's mostly done at the lower end of the results framework. We are monitoring the inputs most times, the outputs, the processes. That is where monitoring ends. But with evaluation, you're looking at the higher level indicators. You're looking at the impact. You're looking at the outcome. What has changed? And usually these are long-term changes. Okay. So I would want you to take time, go on the internet, look around, try to understand evaluation for what it really is. It is something much more. It is where the learning actually happens. Okay, of course, the monitoring does give us some bit of learning, but it's actually in the evaluation where we really get to learn where we are doing right and where we are doing wrong. So now, in this series, we're going to consider all the different types of evaluations that are there. Okay. And as you can see, in case you've never seen these different types of evaluations, it's a good thing that you'll be working with me in the next few days in tackling this topic. What are the different types of evaluations? Well, I think I just tend to think that there are much more types than 7 than the ones listed. But let me list them down to you because I've chosen 7, which I thought we could discuss. We've got the performance logic chain assessment. We've got the pre-implementation assessment, the process implementation evaluation, the rapid appraisal. And I have to tell you that for the rapid appraisal, that is something I'm so familiar with. I've been working with that for many years. In my 10 years, it's the one I usually use. We've got the case study, we've got the impact evaluation, we've got the meta evaluation. So in the next videos I'll be posting, we're going to be looking at each of these different types of evaluations. And I really hope you'll be part of this because it's going to be such an interesting start to our new year 2021. I also want to mention that in a few weeks' time, I'll be releasing the 2021 M&D training. Okay, it's going to be such an exciting time, an exciting start to January. Okay, so guys, if you haven't seen the 2020 lessons video, which I released just a few days ago, please take time to look at that video. So until we meet again, I've been your host, Coach Alexander. See you on the other side. Bye.